Good afternoon, Faithful Transportation. It's been a while since I've made one of these videos. I left in June for a few weeks. Now I'm back full time, so we'll be getting these videos out every single week. Thank you for being patient. I hope you had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. I had a lot of fun with my family and attending some fireworks, which are always a highlight for me ever since I was a kid. Love fireworks. This week we're going to go over our core values, focusing on number 3. So the mission of Faithful Transportation, as you all know, is that every student feels valued and has a safe run to school. The way we get that done is our 3 core values: safety, professionalism, and connecting first. So once again, our top priority is safety, but what we want to do is accomplish more than just safety. It's not good enough for me at the end of the day to say that kids got to school safely, but we want to do what we can to make a difference in the lives of these students, because really we are still kind of the last line of defense for transporting a lot of these students to and from school, where if we can't do it, or if we're unable to, they're either going to not get transportation, which is an option, or they could be on either an extremely long bus or van ride, which isn't good for them, or they could be on a van with a driver who from another company who might not be as well trained and as caring as you guys are. So I want to reaffirm that you're really, really doing a great work, and I hope you're enjoying the summer. Before we have a story from Joy, I want to share one brief update with you, and that is regarding masks. So as you know, I'm sure you're aware that the mask mandate changed. I believe it was June 28th, maybe the 26th, where Governor Wolf's mask mandate ended. But since we serve many different schools in Lancaster County, and all the schools like to do things differently and at a different pace, you need to check your run sheet to find out whether or not you need to wear a mask in the vehicle. Right now, most of the schools are saying that you do not need to wear a mask, but there are a few schools that are still requiring masks for drivers. So please, 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 when you're doing everything else, looking at your run sheets, look to see if you need to wear a mask or do not need to wear a mask. Additionally, if you feel more comfortable wearing a mask, you can always default by wearing a mask. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Joy, who is one of our longest employees and definitely our longest serving aide. And she has a really wonderful heart for students, and she was sharing about just what was going on in her vehicle, and I'd like her to share that with you.
So Hazel and I have a new student in our van this summer, and on the very first day, we were playing the children's CD that we play all the time for our students, and he is nonverbal, and we were just playing the songs, and the song, If You're Happy and You Know It, was on, and many of you know the lyrics. It's clap your hands, stomp your feet, and shout amen. And when it came to the amen part, he can't say amen. He says A. And we thought it was great that he was participating in that. And so the song ended, and then we moved on, and he kept saying A. And I said to him, do you want me to play your song? And he said, yeah. And so I was able to play the song for him, and we were just overjoyed with the fact that we were able to communicate with him, and he was able to tell us that he wanted his song played. So it brought so much joy to us. And when we play that song, he shouts A all the time, and it's just so neat. And he frequently says to us, A, and we know that that's the cue to play his song, and it's just wonderful. And I just wanted to share that story with you. I hope you all have a good week. God bless you.
Thank you, Joy. I wanted to highlight that story because it highlights the core value that's closest to my heart, which is connecting first, where Joy was paying attention to this student. And I know that it's very easy when a student just says A to write it off as, you know, a student just making a nonverbal student, just making a noise. But Joy was tuned in. She was listening. She was leaning into this student. And now not only is this student feels validated and is hearing the song that he wants to hear, but is also connecting with the other students in the van. And Joy is too humble to share that the teacher came out and the parent recently and was asking what was going on in the van because previous during the school year, the student gave a lot of trouble to the other students and to the drivers. And this summer, he's been great. And I think that's because he's got someone who's connecting with him. So I know there are more stories like this happening. If you have stories like this, please, please, please share them in the comments beneath this video. Also send an email to either Jen or myself with really just, you know, you don't have to brag on yourself, but just a good report of what's going on in the van. It's really important that the rest of the drivers hear these stories, that we hear these stories, and it keeps us not only motivated, but focused and inspired on how to connect with students. And what is happening in your van could really, really help someone who may be struggling in a different van. So please email those stories. You can put them in the comments below. And I hope that you are having a great week and staying cool out there. Have a good one.
That's it.